Hello and welcome to Bounding into Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding into Comics. Today I got a story about Twitter activists attacking Wonder Woman actor Gal Gadot after she publicly prayed for hostilities to end between Israel, Hamas, and Palestinian militants. But before we get to the story, I'd like to ask if you could please hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed already. And if you are already subscribed, please make sure you are still subscribed. And then hopefully by the end of this video, I will have earned your like and you will give us a like, and then you'll also share this video with your friends and family. So let's get to the story. Like I said, Twitter activists are attacking Wonder Woman actor and Israeli citizen Gal Gadot after the actress publicly prayed for hostilities to end between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip and the Israeli city of Lod and Acre. Hostilities flared up when Hamas and Palestinian militants launched dozens of rockets aimed at southern Israel. The Israel Defense Forces official Twitter account shared footage of Israel's Iron Dome aerial defense system intercepting a number of the rockets. In response to these rocket attacks, the Israel Defense Forces announced on Twitter, quote, "In response to hundreds of rockets in the last 24 hours, the IDF has struck a number of significant terror targets and terror operatives across the Gaza Strip, making our largest strike since 2014. They added, "We are currently striking more terror targets in Gaza." Fox News reports high-ranking Hamas military leader Bassem Issa was killed in an airstrike. Not only have Hamas, Palestinian militants, and Israeli forces engaged in airstrikes and rocket attacks, but rioting has broken out in the cities of Lod and Acre. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared that Israel will use, quote, "an iron fist if needed to put down the riots and protests." In response to this violence, Wonder Woman actor Gal Gadot prayed for hostilities to end. She wrote, quote, "My heart breaks. My country is at war. I worry for my family, my friends. I worry for my people. This is a vicious cycle that has been going on for far too long. Israel deserves to live as a free and safe nation. Our neighbors deserve the same." She concluded saying, "I pray for the victims and their families. I pray for this unimaginable hostility to end. I pray for our leaders to find the solution so we could live side by side in peace. I pray for better days." In response to Gadot praying for peace and an end to hostilities, Twitter activists railed into her. One wrote, Gal Gadot literally said neighbors as if her non-existent country is not the colonizer and the people she's talking about are not the actual citizens of the country. Another simply stated, quote, "What an idiot," end quote. Twitter user Chili wrote, "No, your country you're speaking about is committing genocide," end quote. Jeff Buckley 1UVR stated, "I pray for you to shut the F up," end quote. Another said, "Unimaginable hostility. Hey, colonizer, you're a war criminal. You know that, right?" End quote. Pete Shin 3 stated, "You don't get to pray for better days when you actively support the army committing genocide against innocent Palestinians." Fiasem simply stated, "F you, seriously." Another wrote, "Your country, Gadot, is commuting genocide." Yeah, that's what they said. They combined her first and last names, and they misspelled committing there. Arkham Imam wrote, "You can't even use Palestinians. Instead of that, you use neighbor. Racism." And then, as the last example, Twitter user SJ Peace wrote, "Gee, Gadot, how many Palestine children did you kill in your service as an Israeli armed force before you came to America to become an actor? I'd like to know." The user added, "Rich that an Israeli colonizer is crying tears of oppression. F out of here." That's right. In response to Gal Gadot praying for peace and an end to hostilities, she was met with completely hostile Twitter reactions. These people are completely nuts. This is extremely complex what is happening in Israel. But to attack her simply because she's praying for peace and an end to hostilities is completely and utterly insane. These people are utterly insane. There really isn't much to say about it. My name is John Trent, and you've been watching Bounding into Comics.